Hey up everybody, welcome to the Flatliner YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be checking out the Boundary Supply Rennen Recycled series. Boundary Supply sent me a message saying like, hey, we like your vids, would you like to check out this new bag that we're releasing? And I was like, well, definitely. But I wasn't expecting them to send me the entire lineup, so that was a very welcome surprise. However, they didn't tell me what to talk about, so it will in no way impact my review. In typical Flatliner fashion, I'll also be showing all the measurements of everything, so you'll have a good sense of what will fit inside the bags. So let's start off with the Rennen Daypack. This new lineup has a very different design from the previous packs like the Errant and Arclight, but I'm happy to say that the build quality is still really good. Don't get me wrong, the bag is a lot more simplistic compared to the Errant pack, but it's priced at €105 instead of the €170 you'd pay for the Errant pack, which is a significant price difference. It's also important to note that these bags are made with bluesign manufacturing and recycled materials, which minimizes the impact on the environment. This is very nice to see, and I hope that more companies take this approach in the future. Now, let's move on to the bag itself. There are 3 different colours of the bag. I received the Obsidian Black version, but it also ships in white and blue. I personally prefer Obsidian Black backpacks as they don't show smudges as easily. The bags are a lot more simplistic, as I said earlier. Now, I usually like a more techie and unusual design for my bags, but I've actually grown to like this one. The outside is made from what looks like the same 500D Codra fabric used on the Errant pack, but it's slightly different somehow, so I can't really tell what it is, but apparently it's made from recycled PET bottles, so that's pretty cool. The fabric seems relatively water resistant, but after about 5 minutes under the shower, it will soak in, so keep that in mind, and don't go biking through torrential rainstorms expecting your gear to still be alive afterwards. Just like the previous generation, the fabric seems really rugged and I'm confident that it will last you a very long time. The back panel has about 1 centimeter of padding and a meshy fabric over it for ventilation. Attached to that is the harness straps, which are about 1.2 centimeters thick with some loft EVA foam inside. It feels about the same as the Errant pack, so it's very comfortable. But the back panel does tend to get a little warm as the ventilation isn't so good. However, I've yet to find a bag that doesn't have this issue. There's no sternum strap or waist strap, but I don't miss this at all as it's a more lightweight everyday carry. There is a molly attachment loop on the strap that you could attach your sternum strap to, and it is the exact same size as the Errant packs. But for me personally, I like to hang a carabiner on mine, so I can hang my keys or my gloves on them. At the top of the back panel there's a very sturdy carry handle, and on the sides and bottom there are some nylon loops, which I always love to see because you can attach lash straps to them. This is very handy as you can expand the carry capacity by hanging stuff to the outside. I use these lash straps that I got off my Low Pro Tactic bag. Boundary does make their own, however it doesn't come with this handy clip in the middle, which makes it a little harder to clamp down stuff when you're in a hurry. You'll find these nylon loops on the front as well, and here you also find this very neat pocket that is held shut with 2 extremely strong magnets and a Stormguard YKK zipper. The flap itself has some sort of plastic plate inside which helps keep the shape. Inside the pocket there is a nylon loop, so you can attach the HT key clip that you can purchase separately. It's pretty large and it fits my Sony noise cancelling headset perfectly, and the pocket does expand a little at the bottom so it doesn't take up space from the inside of the bag. When the pocket is expanded, you will be able to see these 2 hidden nylon loops that you can attach lash straps to. I didn't see these at first and they're very nicely hidden, which goes to show the attention to detail that Boundary Supply puts into their products. Moving to the side, here you'll find a decently sized water bottle holder. It can comfortably accommodate water bottles with a diameter of up to 7.5 centimeters. You could also attach lash straps to the top loops and carry a tripod in this pocket. At the bottom of the water bottle holder, there's a small hole that will let the water out if it's raining, which is nice to see because otherwise the water could build up and potentially leak into the bag. The pocket is nice and deep, but it does take up space from the inside of the bag if you carry anything in there, and it makes it hard to zip the bag completely open if you have a tall water bottle, like this one. Moving on to the main compartment, which has a carry capacity of 22 litres, and is held shut with a YKK Stormguard zipper. The zipper's open till about halfway the bag's height, so not a full clamshell design, but it gives you plenty of access to all your compartments. On the zippers there's some handy zipper pulls, making opening and closing the bag very easy. Once inside, you're greeted by a laptop sleeve, which is probably the most important part of the bag, and I'm happy to say that this sleeve will be able to fit most 16-inch laptops. I keep my 16-inch MacBook Pro in there, and as you can see there's a lot of room left, so if you have a very thick laptop, this bag might be worth it. The bottom of the laptop sleeve has a thick piece of foam padding that protects your laptop when setting it down. The same goes for the front and back panel, but the sides and top are vulnerable as they're not padded. The sleeve is lined with nylon, preventing your laptop from scratching. However, when you take it out of the bag, it will slide across the zippers as the opening is located more to the middle instead of a dedicated laptop compartment, which opens with a different zipper. On the outside of the laptop compartment there are two magnets, so you can attach the port kit or the field space device / document sleeve that Boundary sells separately. On the opposite side there is some organizational options consisting of two open pockets that are perfect for hard drives, cables or snacks, and just above that there's a zippered pocket with a magnet for the HT key clip. The pockets are not very flexible in size as they're not made from mesh, but they're a lot more sturdy than a mesh pocket would be, so there's less chance of you ripping the fabric. Although the outside is smaller than the errand pack, it feels a lot bigger on the inside. This is probably because of the light interior colour. Personally, I really like this light interior colour as it makes finding stuff a lot easier. Although the Rennen Daypack is smaller than the errand pack, it's still able to accommodate the Mark II camera module, which essentially converts it into a camera bag. This is truly awesome, and I'm glad that Boundary Supply made this bag compatible with their other gear. So overall I'm extremely pleased with the Rennen Daypack. It's a great everyday carry bag that's built to last, and it comes in at a decent price. I can especially recommend it to students, as this bag will keep your laptop and accessories safe. Because of the excellent build quality, I'm fairly sure it will outlast the duration of your studies, so you won't have to buy a new one anytime soon. But that's not all. Boundary also sent me this grab and go pouch, which I keep inside the Rennen, with some accessories for my laptop. The pouch is pretty big and it has plenty of organizational options to it. It's made from the same material as the Rennen, so it's a nice addition to the bag. But I'll be covering this pouch in more detail in its own video, which will be linked below when it's finished. Another great addition is Boundary Supply's packing cube, which they call the hemp cube. If you plan to go on a weekend trip, you can easily fit 2 days worth of clothes in here. The cube then compresses with the compression zippers and fits very nicely in a Rennen, leaving enough room for the grab and go pouch and any other accessories that you might want to bring. Another option is the hemp compression travel bag. This one has a cool magnetic clip on it, and it's made from the same material. So one last thing, Boundary Supply also sent me this small shoulder bag, which is from the same lineup, but I'll be covering this in a different video, which will be linked down below as soon as it's finished. Anyway, that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please consider liking or subscribing to my YouTube channel. It would help me out a lot, and maybe I'll see you next time.